Hello guys, I'm bringing you a emergency alert on a system out in the Atlantic. I'm looking at the current wind tracking and it looks as though the system from the US with the New York snowstorms looks to be heading across the Atlantic. At the moment it looks that the centre of rotation is just outside of, or just off the coast of Greenland. And it looks as though that the system could be coming to the UK. Storm has generally come on a easterly track, although the directions have been fluctuating a little bit, heading like northeast or southeast. And well, if it is going to hit us, it's going to be within the next few days. So we might want to keep an eye on this system as it develops. In other places, we also have the South Atlantic seems to be the vertical wind shear doesn't seem to be letting up. That's why there aren't many tropical cyclones in the South Atlantic, because the wind shear is always too high. And we have some very strong vertical wind shear, like the southern part of the South Atlantic. It's like the most southerly part, because you've got the North South Atlantic and the South Atlantic. And it's around the coast of Antarctica. There's quite a lot of upper level vertical wind shear. Because I think that's the southerly jet stream, which is doing something to Antarctica's weather, although it is mainly cold, but it is going into their summertime, because we're going into winter. And looks as though there could be a system developing in the South Indian Ocean, just south of the equator. Also, I looked on the National Hurricane Centre's tropical weather floaters imagery, and there should be another INVEST active in the South Pacific, which I believe I can see about just north of New Zealand. Going to look up at the Eastern and Western Pacific. We're just dragging up the imagery now. Just a bit like that. So, looks as though the subtropical ridge is starting to intensify, which will limit tropical cyclone development now, although it is pretty much out of the season anyway. Because well, the season's finished. It finishes in a week's time. But yeah, it's finished now basically. Although you might get a few off-season storms, because it has happened before. In a quiet year in the Atlantic, it has happened that we had a storm in December. But that was as per the post-season analysis. And I also think maybe the post-season analysis will have Amanda being upgraded to a Category 5 hurricane, because from what they say, they thought that Amanda sustained 155 sorry sustained 155 miles an hour for quite a while before weakening, so it could even be possible that it was a 160 mile per hour Category 5 hurricane. And if it does, what about the pressure as well with Amanda, because it had the same wind speed as Hurricane Marie, but wouldn't be as strong, if you know what I mean, with the air pressure, because if they keep it at 932. So yeah, I don't know on that one, so I'm just going to look at the North Indian. But that looks as though it's quiet, other than quite a strong band of wind spanning across the North Indian, just north, well, it's actually on the equator, so about half of it is in the North Indian, another half in the South Indian, and a few anticyclones there as well, which look to be fairly intense. But other than that, the Indian looks to be quiet. And coming back to the UK, Mediterranean and the North Atlantic. As you can see, that strong wind literally only just off the coast of the UK, although our winds are a bit southerly, though from looking at it, it's got to be warm today because the wind is kind of coming from the south, but then going east and then coming back south. Yeah, so wind comes towards the north, moves east, and then comes back south. So looks as though, and also we have a bit of Mediterranean wind coming over the UK, on the east coast of the UK. So it might be a pleasant day today. But at the moment where I am, it is very overcast. But we'll see how today's weather plays out. As I said last night, this probably will be my last instalment. I don't know yet, but there will be nothing between the 24th and the 28th. So that concludes the weather update. Thank you guys for watching. This is Force 15 signing off.